It's not that it's difficult that we don't dare, but because we don't dare so it's hard. One becomes miserable because he thinks he is. Likewise with happiness the mind possesses the kingdom of goods. Life means fighting. A good life without a hurricane is like a dead sea. Courtesy has a big impact, even if it's inexpensive. When we procrastinate, remember that life goes on. All art is just an imitation of nature. Selfish people cannot live happily. To live happily we need to fulfill the wishes of others. Keep your mouth shut about the service you have provided, but talk about the help you have received. The world is asleep and people are dreaming. But tomorrow, when dawn comes, we can make our dreams come true. One of the most beautiful qualities of true friendship is understanding and being understood. Arguments, morals, from the most despicable are also allowed to take them. Blessed are those who can endure the time of receiving good and bad luck. One hand washes the other. Sometimes death is a punishment, sometimes a gift, and for most people death is a good thing. The road full of difficulties will lead us to become great people. There is no great genius without a touch of madness. Loyalty is the noblest wealth in the human heart. If you are not satisfied with what you have now, then you are not satisfied even though the whole world is yours is appearance deceiving. Disaster is an opportunity for power. The road is steep that leads to the peaks of greatness. If you want to be loved, love. The sun also shines on the bad guys. He who boasts of his descendants, praises the deeds of others. Remember that pain is of the highest quality. If it's prolonged it can't be severe, and if it's severe it can't be prolonged. Most men have ups and downs in fear between death and life's hardships. They don't want to live, but they don't know how to die. Comfort without literature is death. We are more often afraid than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than reality. We often desire one thing and pray for another, not telling the truth even to the gods. Those who are friends to themselves will surely be friends to all. Success is not greedy, as people think, but it is insignificant. That's why it doesn't satisfy anyone. What's worse than war is the fear of war. The strongest is he who has his own strength. You have to live, if you want to live. What was once a vice is the current fashion. Anything that has crossed its limit is always in an unstable state. We never reflect how nice it is not to ask for anything. Drunkenness is only voluntary insanity. Success makes some evil one's fear becomes lighter when danger is near. It is more appropriate for a man to laugh at life than to mourn it. Why don't people admit to crimes? That's because they haven't ruled it out. Only people who are awake can tell their dreams. I will organize my life and thoughts as if the whole world will see one and read the other. For what does it mean to signify something to be a secret to my neighbor, when to Allah, who is the seeker of our hearts, all of us open privacy? I will never be ashamed to quote a bad writer if the sentence is good. All cruelty springs from weakness. Never too late to learn. There is no crime without compensation. The less money, the less trouble, the less help, the less envy. Even in cases where we lose our minds, it is not the loss itself, but the estimate of the loss that bothers us. As for old age, embrace it and love it. It is full of fun if you know how to use it. The dwindling years are one of the sweetest in a man's life, and I maintain that, even when they have reached their extreme limits, they still have their fun.